Amazing. Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree. Authenticity is literally one of the most important things employers look
Yeah.
for.
Mm.
Speaking of authenticity, a more common buzzword that's coming around the world is obviously AI, right? So with AI, becoming more embedded into banking and design work, where do you see it helping customer experience teams actually? And where might it actually cause a bit of disruption that people entering into the field should be a bit more aware about?
Yeah, look, I think we're all using AI every day now anyway, and there's lots that we can do in any industry and designers and CX professionals to actually make your day-to-day admin easier. So please be on board with all of that. Make it as simple as possible so there's less hours spent managing, the hundreds of emails I get every day or chats and things like that. I can get that done much more simply and gives me more time to do the value added things. I think AI is taking on some of our busy work, which is great already, transcripts. It's doing early synths. I haven't seen any great synths. I haven't trusted any of those. So, look, it will get better over time. And it's just a matter of time before it can do something, transcribe and give you some key insights. But really, for me, the using it for little components of what you're doing, I think is really important. The designer still has a very key role of stitching it together. So, what is the problem that you were given by the organization that's employing you, or what that you've set out to solve? What is the problem? What are all the bits? What did you find from AI in terms of competitor analysis? What did you find in terms of all the different transcripts? Did you dive in? The ability to dive in on a qualitative type interview and pick up those nuances and actually probe a little bit deeper is a human skill. And it takes somebody to be able to do that. I haven't seen AI do that well. It follows a clear set of questioning.
Yeah.
And it picks up on volume of responses that are aligned versus the importance. And a really good example of that was recently I came back from 2 weeks leave at my job and asked AI to summarize all my emails and all my chats and all the information that had come through while I was away. And it gave me a really great summary, 2 pages. It was brilliant, but it did focus on the volume. So where somebody had responded to a series of emails or people had all pitched in on something that was moderately important, got the key focus, whereas my
Yeah.
boss's boss, having resigned, which was one very important email, it was only raised once. It didn't get a mention in, but that was probably the most important thing to me. So you still need to apply that sense check. And I think series of interviews, the competitor analysis, the problem to be solved, what you know from the data that's come through, that is a design piece of work. That's a human piece of work that still needs to be done, at the moment. So it's really important to be able to pull that together and knowing what's actually going to, float the boat of the actual people that are employing you. I think you need to know
Yeah.
what their challenges are and they're trying to solve.